I spent like the last few hours on this. This is probably the most I've ever worked on a custom app, but I've made the Melon system. You see, the reason I made this was because I've got to really invested into solar balls, and I really like space. And as you saw at the start of the video, we started right here on Earth. But we're gonna go in order. First, we have the sun right here, and it's pretty big. It's pretty yellow. First, I actually went in order on when I made them. So the sun was the first thing I actually made. Then we got Mercury. It looked like the moon when I had the craters, so I just made them smaller. Then we got Venus. Then we got Earth. After we got I actually did also make the moons too. We got the International Space Station too, and the moon. And on Mars, even though it's called the red planet, it has glaciers, so I made a tiny glacier. Many people don't know this, but it actually has moons: Phobos and Deimos. This is Deimos, that's Phobos. They're basically the opposites of each other. He's brown's on top, white's on bottom, white's on top, brown's on bottom. Anyways, we got the asteroid belt. This was pretty hard to make, and also we got Ceres, because that's an asteroid belt. Then we got Jupiter, then we got Ganymede and a few other moons. Not a few, but like lots. Then we got Saturn, and we got its moons, and I also made Titan. Then we got Uranus, and many people don't know this, but Uranus has rings. Then we got Neptune and its moons, like Trion and like 50 other moons. Then we got Pluto, and there's actually more dwarf planets. I'm not sure about this. I don't know this name. I don't know her. I don't know this one's name. But I do know Maki's name, and I do not know his name. Why am I using his and she's and she's? They're not. Okay, but who cares? I'm actually gonna make an entire map for each planet. This was just all the planets combined together. I made the map like a million times bigger, and even though it's not fitting, I can make a bunch of different planets on what it would look like on the surface. For instance, maybe the sun, which isn't a planet but it's a star, but who cares? Maybe Mercury. Maybe we can make Venus, or the moon, or the International Space Station, or Mars, or Phobos or Deimos, or moon and like a few moons, but not all its moons, and Saturn. There's lots of things I want to make. But for instance, this is the most time I've ever spent on just a map. The gravity is like the space map. We already have a moon map, but I want to make my own moon map. We already have a moon map, but I want to make my own moon map. Moon map. Sorry. We already have that, but I want to make it better. Anyways, the gravity is like 0. The International Space Station was like the last thing I added, I remember. Also, we got Jupiter's big red spots. And also, I did it pretty good because we started on Earth with the camera position. I don't know if you know that, but you can move the camera position when you're... Okay, back to editor. So, basically, one thing. If I just turn on this, you can see I moved the camera. I can move it. Anyways, back to here. Although I did add some stuff, I did make Earth have a special feature, and instead of just making anyways, we're back. So anyways, instead of making Earth's ocean, instead of making Earth's water just a blue block, I actually made it water because I can prove it's water. I can prove this is water. I mean, you just saw a bubble, but look. Melons can swim in it. You can shove a melon on an island. This isn't the most based, but it's good enough for me. I also made, I can only fit in just a few continents. I was reading a Who Would Win book the other day, Tasmanian Devil versus Wolverine, and Tasmanian Devil, Tasmanian Devils only live in Tasmania, which is an island of Australia, so I made Tasmania. But we all know good old Earth. Mercury looked like the moon, so I just decided to make the crater smaller, as I said. Venus has its stripes. We always got good old Earth. The moon. The International Space Station. Mars, Phobos and Deimos. Ceres, the asteroid belt. You know, all this. But I actually do want to make map. But one thing, I know the biggest moon in Neptune's thing is called Trion. And Neptune's moons are called Trion. Okay, not all of them, but like the big one. Okay, I'm just twisting and turning with all this. Anyway, this is not the Kuiper belt, the asteroid belts. You know, we got Jupiter who can stable the gravity. You know, this map is pretty fun to make, but also pretty hard. This is the most I've ever spent on a map. Anyway, since I already saved it, let's go to here, and these are the default maps. But as you can see, the Melon system goes under the title of Melon maps, which are the maps I make. And as you can see, most of them aren't that much worked on. Like, I made them in like a few minutes. Like, look at the waterfall map. It's just a giant block and just a stream of water. And then also, the bigger water map, which I actually really wanted, but finally I can just make. It's pretty big, and sure, it has another cool thing, which is this little island I put here. But at the exact same time, it's not that good. Like I said, the Melon system was the map I worked on the most. Also, I'm just gonna... Anyways, everyone, bye and see you in the next one. By the way, just so you guys know, some YouTubers are gonna come into the Error Cart series. So if you would like to see some YouTubers, maybe one of your favorites, maybe some people, or maybe you want to see some other YouTubers come into the series and be other secret agents like me, well, you're in luck, because I am going to now do video. What I mean I'm going to do video is you guys comment if you want to be in it. But problem, you have to have a series if you want to enter. You have to know me in real life, or you have to have a series to enter. If you don't have a series but you know me in real life, then good. If you don't know me in real life but you have a series, good, you can be in it. Just comment it down below and I will do it. Anyways, see you on the next one. For real this time.